Welcome back to the vlog, people. It is 6:20 in the morning on Sunday, the 18th of January. Yeah, a bit of a random one. So you'll notice I'm not in my usual surroundings. That is because I am in Brighton, because yesterday I attended the Wonder Years No Closer to Heaven 10th anniversary gig at the O2 Forum in Kentish Town. So I was out about London with one of my long-term best friends, and then I went and stayed on their couch, and now I'm travelling to Cardiff for mystery wrestling for Evil Uno. So it is a long travel day, not much sleep. I got back about 2:30 last night, asleep by about 3:30, and then I'm up to get the train and then the coach for Evil Uno show at 6:20 in the morning. I've been up since about 5:45. I will be sleeping on that coach when I get to that eventually, because fuck me, I've had no sleep. I'm tired. Anyway, I'll catch up with you all properly in the station. So, we are on the train. Things of note, or things to discuss, I guess. There was no vlog last week with the Sheffield Rev Pro show, and the reason for that is not very great. It's the night before, myself, Lykos 2, Drew Parker, Nico Angelo, Giuliani, Gabe, etc. all hung out because we were all in the same place for once. So we actually hung out and had a night together, just shooting the shit, which was really lovely. And then I didn't want to film any of that because that's invasive, and that's like for us to get just hang out and catch up with everyone. We then went, myself and Lykos went to Rev Pro, where we wrestled the guns. I didn't film much on the journey, but we travelled with Trent 7, and then when we got there I just dropped off with the vlog and focused, locked in on the match and focused on that, and I just didn't film much, but I'll put the clips that I did film from that day here. Welcome back to the vlog. It is a dreary morning. We've had a tumultuous and treacherous journey to Birmingham New Street Station because there's ice everywhere. I've nearly fallen a billion times over. My knee is in agony. My elbow's in agony. I need to get a drink as well because I have a minor headache because we were at a function last night with
all the boys. It was really nice to all get together and hang out for an evening. So me and Lykos 2 are currently in New Street Station. We abandoned Unk Drew, Driller, Gabe and others. Leon arrived later in the day. We just had a great time. It was a really lovely time. But now I'm very sleepy. In need of electrolytes and I needed some food. So that's where we're at. But yeah, now we're off to Wolves to meet Trent Southern, and then we're off to Sheffield for our Revolution Pro Wrestling Undisputed Tag Team Title Challenge against the Young Guns.
Right, moment of truth, Lykos 2. Are you the 5'5" that we claim? Yeah, that actually does up close look not 6'3". But no, actually, to be fair, 5'6". We'll give you that 5'6". How am I meant to maneuver on this shit, bro?
We're in the same clothes.
Dad and lad dressed up together.
And Jacobs now tagging in. Alan got the opening he needed to make the tag to Jacobs. Jacobs resisting the attempts of KidLykos.
That was nice from KidLykos, recognising that Ethan Allen had stayed in the ring and taken him out of the equation.
Now Jacobs taken down. Lykos Jim working seamlessly together again, just as they did last week. Jacobs and then the original KidLykos tagging in. Snapmare from Lykos 2 into the senton. Off of the second turnbuckle from KidLykos. Lykos trying to use the ropes to get himself up to a vertical base. Despite the fact that Allen had his leg, he used the other leg to kick Allen. Allen's going to immediately go for the tag.
For Lykos, he wound up on the outside of the ring. He needs to get close to his tag team partner. Oh, wow! Instinctively managing to take the legs of Luke Jacobs and connect with that double boot stomp, and now can he get 20 feet across the ring to make the tag? No.
Yeah, Allen puts his body between Lykos and Lykos 2.
But Lykos slips out the back.
Drops the elbow across the throat of Ethan Allen, and now the way is clear once more for Lykos to make the tag if he can get there. And it's not 20 feet anymore, it's maybe 5 feet. But Luke Jacobs means that the
Cool, weren't they great? Other things of note, I guess, are injury updates. The elbow is healing at a good rate, but it's still shit. It's not good. So that sucks, but it is what it is. I'm keeping on with my rehab for that. My knee is very hard call, very hit and miss. Some days it feels like it's progressing well and recovering, and some days it just feels rotten. But it's one of those things you just gotta have to deal with. I'm figuring it out as it comes, and I have some time at least. I don't know if I'm gonna get cleared to wrestle for the Progress show, because Progress weren't sure if I was going to be cleared to wrestle with my elbow anyway, but then they weren't sure if my doctor prescribed support is acceptable to wrestle in without like additional padding, which I don't know if I can do, because it has a hinge in, so it has 2 metal hinges, and they're worried about the safety of their other performers as well. So that is it's a fair point, to be honest, but you know, one thing we'll have to look at, and it might go down to the wire to decide if I can wrestle on that Progress show. But I mean, you'll get to see Lykos 2 in his Super Strong Style 16 round 1 match, so that's fun. But yeah, down to the wire with Progress based on my elbow health coming out of this weekend's shows, and then also just if the support, the hinged support that I use is clearable for performer safety. But we'll see. It might just be a case of on the day we find out, but I don't know. Okay, we've made it to Cardiff. You join me in Subway. The venue is not open for another 45 minutes, hour. So instead of going and sitting in the venue, if there's no space to, I've sat in Subway and I'll watch something for like 20 minutes. Head on over there when there's less time to wait and just see how it goes. That's my aim anyway, so I'm gonna eat this Subway. That's it. My order is typically a foot-long Italian with rotisserie chicken, cheese toasted, then it's tomatoes, sweet corn, jalapenos. Sometimes I have pickles, but sometimes I don't. And the garlic and herb sauce. Anyway, that's it.
I'd have to double pay.
You really? That's right.
And myself.
Nice Lykos Jim.
It's Lykos 1, Lykos 2, Lykos Jim is here. They've actually been in Mystery Wrestling before. They were on our Toronto show back at Mystery Wrestling 18. Unsuccessful, but maybe a much better situation here in the United Kingdom.
That's why they've come back. They need to avenge their loss and maybe get a few more subscriptions.
I hope so.
Pack out that Lykos Jim.
That's right. Talk about subscriptions. MysteryWrestling.com. That is where you can subscribe to get all of our VODs. I know, right?
We didn't even plan that. We didn't even plan that.
These people loving Lykos Jim, and I get it. That's why they're here. $1,500 US. Look, I can't do that. I wear it for 12 seconds.
That's right. Yeah,
I never
$10.
win.
How about 10?
They are the team of KidLykos 2, KidLykos, Lykos Jim!
So KidLykos has no designation as 1. He's just KidLykos, and then you have KidLykos 2.
That's a great argument.
Yeah.
It's like when people say Terminator 1. That film doesn't exist. It's just the Terminator.
That is actually,
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite true in the athletic stuff.
And it will do more of it, I have a feeling. Although he's being very nice here.
Go for a shake. Wait, he had his
fingers
fingers
crossed.
twisted. Whoa.
He's in trouble now, though.
There's a little tag there in the middle. Ooh.
Let's go do that flippy stuff.
Oh, everyone's standing tall.
The referee doing a terrible job. Ref,
Wow, there's some. Whoa! I didn't think they'd have animosity.
now they're mad at each other.
Oh, Mark Andrews, short fused. Okay, now apologizing.
I wouldn't trust this. He kisses his shoe. Like Virgil and Ted
I hear the
DiBiase.
ladies love it.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
okay, that's
yeah.
good to know. Should I try that? Maybe that's something going wrong. Not enough shoe kissing.
All right, both these individuals about to have a no. Whoa!
A smart move by KidLykos.
KidLykos.
He lured him right in.
I agree. Ooh, goes around. You shouldn't have yelled it out.
I mean, why did he do it? He told him what he was going to do.
Ooh, blocks arm drag number 2, but goes through. Whoa! Arm drag on the other
Do you think he was just Lykos and then he became... That's in reverse, though. It's like Benjamin Button.
back
When-
elbow.
When is he no longer a kid?
I don't know. That's a good point too. When does he become adult Lykos?
Human male Lykos.
Hey, I met the Bryants. Have you met Nino
said,
Bryant?
I trained with Nino Bryant back in the day, yes.
Did you know that his brother started at the age of 7 years old?
I certainly do.
Oh my
I
God!
remember looking off into the distance and going, dig my grave right now, because I think I'm done.
I've been wrestling longer than they've lived.
I mean,
It's terrifying.
but we all know the rule. If you're born after 2002, we don't care about you.
Exactly.
That's
Hey,
the rule.
Look, historically, that is and quite your future. The top. Oh, but
He's
Lykos too interrupting. Ooh, beautiful knee. No.
This is
Oh
really bad
no,
idea.
guys, what are we doing
Come
here?
on, guys. There's no need for
They're gonna
this.
hit the double deal.
It's a family show.
Woo! Into a huge swanton.
Massive.
1, 2. Oh, but broken
tackled
up
him.
by his partner, Flash Morgan Webster.
Round of applause. You got to do it. You got to do it.
What incredible professional wrestling here at Mystery Wrestling 21.
And don't forget, they're fighting for personal prize. Nothing
first?
more impressed than personal pride.
Our first This Is Awesome chant in the entirety of the United Kingdom.
Right, absolutely. You never get that here.
No.
It's usually...
No vlog content since I got to the venue, which is terrible of me. This is Flash Morgan Webster's second time on the vlog. First time he made such a stunning appearance. I haven't had a chosen noodle in years, so today's the day. I'm very excited. Get that up, you duck. Get it up, you. Chosen noodle was delightful. I inhaled that, but I'm still feeling like I want a sweet treat, so I've ordered a McFlurry. I can't be stopped. I've been up since 5:45 in the morning, for God's sake. We've made it to Stafford Station. I've got 15 minutes, and then my train arrives, and I can travel onwards home. It's another hour journey home, but I'll be in bed before midnight, and I will absolutely take that. My knee is feeling okay. My elbow's feeling okay. My ankle is a bit sore, but that's fine. No, it's not like injured like my knee or my elbow. I am getting by. I think it's time to do some resting, I would say. Today's match, though, very fun. Like, we don't actually wrestle subculture that often, which is surprising. You'd think it would happen more, but the last time we wrestled was probably, both times were probably 2023. We wrestled at Rev Pro and we wrestled at SWA, which was my last match before I lost the mask to Spike Trevay. That would have been the last time we wrestled, which is crazy to think about. And it's never happened in Cardiff. It's never happened at Catay's Community Centre. So that's super cool. That's really interesting, and I'm glad we got that. And the crowd reaction was fucking awesome. Like, it was really loud, massive reactions for both of us, so that it felt special, which is fun. And for it to just be like a nice 12-minute mystery wrestling match, that's like the fun part of it. Like, you got to feel special out of nowhere and really deliver on a nice, fun level, like variety show wrestling. It was just class. I love mystery wrestling and what Uno's doing with that. I think that's important for what wrestling is, to have that variety. And I think this show in the UK was a good example of it, and nice of them to put it on our shores. So I thought that was really cool and really fun, and I'm glad that happened here for the UK fans. Yeah, it was just a good day. A good day. I'm tired, but worth it.
Hello. It's the next day. I'm cooked. My ankle, that is not a serious injury, is fucking abysmal today, though. So I've taken today as active recovery. Clearly not right now, based on the fact I'm lying down. But I've done all my little admin bullshit I need to do. I'm going to speak to my accountants, and I'm going to do some active recovery on my bike, which is right there. Try and get some rehab in the knee. Hopefully help this ankle, but like, I'm walking around and it's a fucking nightmare. So disaster class in too many things piling up at once. But thankfully I'll be able to rest for a little bit now, because I don't think the progress clearance is going to come through, which sucks, but it is what it is, and probably a good time for me to have a bit of rest anyway, with the injuries. And then I don't think I'm wrestling again until something that's not been announced, so I can't talk about that anyway. So there's a nice little gap where I can actually focus on recovery and fixing injuries and the like. So that's pretty much it for this vlog, and I guess there'll be a vlog next week for progress, because I will be there regardless to support our little peanut in Super Strong Style 16 this year. So I'll be there for that regardless. So I guess there'll be a vlog, but I don't know how much interesting content there'll be. So if you get a vlog next week, it'll be because I've recorded enough stuff that I deem it'll be a vlog worthy length. But if you don't get enough stuff, there'll be content from it coming in the vlog the next time it comes out, because then at least you've got a full length vlog out of it. Because I don't want to give you like a half-ass like 6.5 minute to 8 minute vlog when half of it's made up of the match content anyway. Whereas that's why I didn't do anything with Sheffield stuff. And then even today I didn't film loads, but at least I took solace in that this vlog contains the Wonder Years and Sheffield content and yesterday's mystery wrestling content. And although it's not anything blow away, it just updates you on the schedule we're on and the life we live. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this, obviously leave a like, leave a comment. I am recording some videos to branch out into other content soon. I just need to plan the full structure of everything and talk about it, and also decide if I want to talk about certain things, because like I spoke about it previously, there's 2 YouTube videos I use to teach wrestling whenever I get a seminar or an opportunity or whatever, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about those in a YouTube video context. But then I also don't like the idea of giving the game away, much like everyone knows about wrestling, but I don't like exposing bits that I think are cool knowledge for wrestlers to have and use properly, especially since I think that my stuff at the moment is more unique because a lot of wrestlers neglect these things. So there's a part of me that's like the old school, like keep that for myself and then teach it
to the wrestlers when the wrestlers want to know it. But then similarly, it does make for interesting content and can arguably open up a dialogue with the audience to see what they think and what they say. I don't know. It's all just a faff in it, but yeah, if you liked this, leave a like, leave a comment. Bye.